It isn't easy being a startup. So imagine you're bidding on a product or service for any type of organization, and now you need funding because you've won. Because it's not hard to win. I promise you it's not. You need funding. You're just starting out. Perhaps you just recently received a tax ID. Maybe you've never even filed business tax returns. You've heard, oh, I can take this contract, go to a bank, and boom, they're going to give me money. Chances are that's not going to happen. There was a point in time when we were awarded our first $4 million contract. I was super excited. I couldn't believe it. I had pivoted from being an expert in a niche area to being an entrepreneur. And I won this contract for multiple full-time equivalent positions with an agency. But I needed money to handle payroll, y'all, because the company, because of this award, was significantly growing from 2 people to almost 10 overnight. So I took the contract to a huge bank, Bank of America. And this is no shade to Bank of America. We still bank with Bank of America. I just want everyone here to understand so that you're aware of why banks say no and what you can do instead. One of the things you can do instead is be prepared to look for alternative funding. When it came to Bank of America, a very nice banker, he said, this is great. He tried and tried and tried. I ended up with nothing. And what I ended up doing was going through a factoring company where they would receive the money from the government, and every month they would give us a percentage of our receivables, our invoices, and we paid a fee in exchange. That is one alternative for those of you out there who are just starting out. Keep in mind, when it comes to factoring companies, most will only factor if it's multi-year and you're receiving 5-6 figure receivables every single month. Otherwise, they're not going to want to factor. They're not looking to factor the computers you sold or the pens you sold or the chairs you sold. That's not it at all. So if you win something that's more product-based, a lot of these different companies, whether they're the manufacturer or the reseller, distributor, whoever they are, will offer their own funding. Typically, you simply ask them, hey, can you tell me about your funding options? Do you offer funding? And they will ask you for 1 to 3 references. It's a very easy form. One of my coaching students is in the process of doing this right now, in which the reference is asked about the company, how much money they have or haven't taken out with them, did they pay it back? Just very basic questions to find out if they are credit worthy. Because one of the reasons the banks say no, and the bank said no to me at that point in time, is because I didn't have the history, did not have the history with the company to demonstrate credit worthiness. Now, another alternative is taking out an individual loan. That happened with an amazing GovCon winner who won a contract for portables for the Department of Defense. She went the private route, worked with her bank, received a loan for maybe around $30,000 because she had a very high credit score. That is another alternative where they're going to pull your personal credit instead of going through your business. Another alternative, and this is very, very common, especially for those of you who win housing contracts, other product-based contracts, and that is you use a credit card. You pull money from a credit card, pull money from 401k to then pay for the said expense. Regardless of the approach that you take, one thing to keep in mind is factoring in any related expense, all related expenses into your pricing. If the loan is going to cost you 20%, did you factor that in? The cost for the thing, 20% for the loan, and your profit? Because if not, then you're basically a charity. We're not here to break even. We're not here to be doged. We are here to be mindful of taxpayer dollars and mindful as business owners. But for those of you, maybe you have a low credit score, you have absolutely no type of business credit per se because you've just started your business. However, you won a contract because it's not hard to win one because the mind is powerful. If you believe it's easy, it is easy. And I've interviewed tons of people, tons of them, who have won contracts within the first year of entering the space. The type of loans that are out there, especially for those with lower credit scores, may be more hard money loans where the interest rate is similar to a credit card. Other alternatives is taking out some type of equity on your house or any other properties. At the end of the day, only you know best. But one thing that's not going to happen is you taking your contract, walking into a bank, credit union, or any other financial institution with this sense of entitlement. Oh, they're just going to give me money. It doesn't work like that. I'm going to read for you some things that were shared at a recent event by an individual who has secured, I think, almost $500 million in funding for his clients. One of the reasons it's very challenging as a startup, there's no business history. No proof that the idea has worked. Now, I understood you won something, but still, it's like selling one burger. You have hopes and dreams and forecasts, and these are his direct words. But those who lend to startups are taking a big risk because they don't know, are you going to repay? So while you're in this predicament of, I won, I'm so excited, I'm here to change the trajectory of my family and of my entire history, the lender's like, I don't know about this. Are they going to repay me the money? And you're over here like, of course I'm going to repay the money. So when you're in these positions, the other alternative is, on the front end, you negotiate a really good deal with the vendor, whether it's a product or a service, and negotiate with them. Listen, once I win this, I will pay you within 30 days of being paid. When I first started out in 2007, 2008, that's what we did. Of course, there are a couple people who said, no, I don't want to do that. About 95% of people said, yes, I'll do that for you, Kizzy. And they all were paid. And once you get that no, doesn't matter. There's always a yes on the other side of that no. So regardless, if you're a startup, you have a high credit score, a low credit score, as long as you know and you believe, and you so believe in every ounce of your being that you will be able to make it work, you will be able to do so. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Check out winnerswaybook.com, winnerswaybook.com. When you purchase a book from the website, you receive additional bonuses. And until next time, everything is possible. Take care.